What are we doing for Halloween this year? Hi folks, and welcome to today's vlog. I did have a little intro of me in this hotel room in the centre of London recorded for today's vlog, but I'm just trying to edit it together now, and that whole file just doesn't work. It starts with me sitting down and starting the Q&A that I started when I sat here. So we're going to pretty much launch straight into the Q&A. If you have no context or idea of what's going on, I am down in London for the weekend for the Football Manager 2019 capture event. We're basically getting early access to the game at the head office of Sports Interactive. I spent all day recording video. It's been a fantastic day. I've had loads of fun. The new game is looking awesome, and there will be lots of videos about that coming out on my gaming channel as of Monday. But I did give you a little hotel room tour, but I'm not wearing trousers now, so I can't really get up and do it again, because you'll see my underpants. It's not the most impressive room in the world. It's fine. It's a decent enough hotel. They had hot chocolate, which is good. They had slippers that didn't fit my feet. Nice bathroom, nice lighting. Very far from where we were. I'm very tired, very sweaty. It's hot. I can't get the air conditioning to work. I just want to go to bed, which is why I'm not retouring and putting my trousers back on. So apologies if that feels a little bit lazy, but it's nearly midnight at the moment as I'm recording this, and I've got the Food Network on and a hotel room made mocha out of hot chocolate and coffee to keep me going long enough to edit this together. I hope you enjoy it. It's actually not the worst video in the world, and in the circumstances I'm still pretty happy. Back to Kev from like an hour ago. That is better. I've got my Strathmore water. Why, Ibis? Why would you put sparkling water in the room? I'm so thirsty, I'm gonna have to drink it. I'm on top of a Pokestop, by the way, which is brilliant. That's so bubbly. However, in less critical news, this thing is awesome. Just sat here on the desk, a 3-way adapter plug plus 2 USB points. All hotels should have those in, that's genius. Plus, got to appreciate Galaxy hot chocolate on top of the kettle. No biscuits though, which is a little upsetting. There's something wrapped in cling film or something over here. One moment. Slippers. Then probably not size 13. I don't think I've ever stayed in a hotel that's had slippers before. I'm quite impressed. Let's get into this Q&A before I get into my gym jams and get my slippers on. I'm just having a look to see that we must be on top of a Pokestop, because my phone and my wrist have been vibrating like nobody's business. Apparently we're not. I don't understand. Anyway, let's get into some of these questions. I'm not going to do the thing where I put the questions up on the screen like I normally do, because I'm really tired. It's nearly 11 o'clock at night. So, question number 1 is from DJG14. Does Andy know mine and Anna's real names? Andy does know mine and Anna's real names. In fact, he calls me Kevin sometimes, especially when he's annoyed with me, and he often wants to play on the PS3 as Annika, because that's Anna's account, because that's Anna's name. But yeah, he does know our names. He rarely uses them, but he has done sometimes. James Alistair Cook says, where do I see the brand in the next 1 to 5 years? My brand, like, I don't know. That's a big question that has quite a, I don't know the word. I'm worded out. It makes me sound like a bit of an idiot, the answer, but I would like to think within the next 5 years, certainly, I want to establish myself as a speaker, not just speaking at autism events and gaming events, which is all that I've done so far. I think I've got a lot more to offer than just the niches that I'm in at the moment. I think that's probably the thing that I'd like most of all, to break out of the niches that I'm within and be able to make content on multiple different platforms in multiple different forms, whether it's video, audio, written, on kind of any topic that takes my fancy. I'd like to be known as Kevin Chapman, that guy who has something to say about things, rather than just the vlogger or just the Football Manager YouTuber. I don't ever plan on stopping doing those things. I probably won't be daily vlogging forever, but I'll certainly maintain a presence on YouTube for as long as that's a thing. Likewise, I'm never going to stop playing Football Manager. I probably won't release Football Manager videos every day for the rest of my life, but I don't imagine I'll ever completely stop at this point because I love doing it. But I do want to be able to continue to stretch myself, add more strings to my bow. I want to get back to writing. Certainly want to push into speaking more. I'd love to do more mainstream media stuff. The TV and radio stuff we've done recently has been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Probably need to learn to speak before they let me back on the telly. But yeah, consistent, constant growth is what I'm looking for, because that's what we've had over the last 2 years. And I certainly wouldn't have believed you 2 years ago if you'd have said I would be where I am now. Because I've just travelled down to London for free for the second time in a week. I'm staying in it's not a swanky hotel, it's still a chain hotel, but it's a hotel with slippers that I'm not paying for, so I can play my favourite game in the world before most other people in the world and get paid for doing it. That's a pretty sweet setup that I've got there. Jack says, if I had to end either channel, which one would it be? Say if both channels were if both channels were the same. He's got me there. So my immediate answer was going to be, well, obviously I'd stop the Football Manager one because it's half the size. I don't think I'd want to end either of them. I think if there became a law that each person was only allowed to have one YouTube channel, I'd probably just, if they were exactly the same size, I'd just toss a coin, close one of them, and use that one channel to make all the content that I wanted to make. So it would have vlogs, it would have gaming content, it would be more like a TV channel than the way YouTube channels are, because YouTube channels are very, very tightly niched down usually, whereas TV channels, you don't turn on to BBC One because that's the channel Match of the Day is on, and if they've got EastEnders on, you never, right, unsubscribe, I'm never going to watch BBC One again, I subscribed to this channel for Match of the Day, now they're showing EastEnders, I cannot possibly watch a channel that shows EastEnders, I will never watch Match of the Day again because of it. I'd love to be in a situation where I could put everything in one place and people were conditioned to just pick and choose the content that they think they'd enjoy. For whatever reason, it's not how YouTube works, it's not how YouTube was built, everything is very tightly niched. So I'm in a situation where I have to have multiple channels to be able to create the content in the different niches that I want to create, because if every video I ever made, including Andy's videos, all got released on this channel, that would be 15 to 20 videos a week, plus live streams 3 or 4 times a week. The channel would be so cluttered, it would all cannibalise itself in the algorithm, it would fall apart, it would be a disaster, and people would unsubscribe because of the confused, untargeted content. And I'd love a situation where I could just do everything on one channel, but it would need a fundamental change to how YouTube worked, or more realistically, a different platform that's built with that idea in mind from the beginning, where you subscribe to people because you like the person, not necessarily just the content, that specific type of content that they create. You appreciate them as a person and want to watch whatever they do and follow them into whatever they do. And I'd love to be part of some kind of setup like that. But if I take the question as it was really meant, if I had a gun to my head, if I had to give up forever one type of content, do I give up the vlog content or do I give up the Football Manager content? Realistically, I'd probably give up the Football Manager stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love doing it. I love the fact that it's allowed me to come and do this weekend, but it can get very repetitive. And the great thing about the vlog is, because really the only commitment to the vlog is that I have to produce a video every day, but the type of video that I make is completely up to me. Sometimes it will be a family vlog, sometimes it will be a Q&A, sometimes it's me sitting in a hotel, sometimes it's me doing a travel vlog or going to an event. So really, I can produce whatever video I want, as long as there's one every day. So I could probably sneak in the odd Football Manager video here if I wanted to, if I didn't have a Football Manager channel where I was doing it all the time. So if I had to end one, I'd end that one. Luckily, I don't have to, and I can carry on doing both. Callum wants to know, does Andy interact with Dave? Not really. Jack wants to know, am I planning on playing Black Ops 4? I'm not. Liam Hare wants to know, when realistic will I purchase the lollujo number plate, LO11UJO? Realistically, probably never, unless I come into an awful lot of money before someone else buys it from me buys it instead of me just to troll me, and it would murder me in my sleep if I tried to do that, unless we had hundreds of thousands of pounds in the bank, because it's like 350 quid, I think. It's a total waste of money. I don't need a personalised number plate. I don't even like my car. I'd need a decent car before I got a personalised number plate, so probably never. Matt wants to know, what is on my car radio? How much does it vary with who is in the car? If it's just me in the car, it will usually be a podcast or an audiobook. I listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts because I'm a loser. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, often businessy, motivation-y type stuff. I like Gary Vaynerchuk stuff. I like Tim Ferriss's stuff. So I listen to a lot of audiobooks like that. Sometimes I just listen to audiobook fiction. I love the Jack Reacher books, but I don't really have time to sit and read novels now. But I will always get it as an audiobook and listen to it when they come out each year. But as soon as anyone else is in the car, they hate all of my spoken word content. That they don't like my podcasts. They don't like my audiobooks. When it's just me and Anna in the car, or me, Anna and Andy, then we'll often listen to No Such Thing as a Fish, because it's a great podcast that we all enjoy, especially dancing to the song, which me and Andy like to do. But it's just a really good podcast that you should check out if you never had. It's very funny, very informative, very cool. And if it's all of us in the car, we'll listen to some kind of music. We've got the Spotify family account, but realistically, we often just put Anna's music on, which is like, I call it angry woman music, like Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey, that kind of thing. Just angry, shouty women singing about how they've been wronged. Which, I mean, it doesn't appeal to me, but I'm not that into music of any kind that I'll argue enough to try and force stuff on that I know she'll hate. If the girls are in the car, they sometimes have a little bit of influence, but not so much. It's usually Anna that chooses. But yeah, more often than not, it's podcasts or audiobooks. Ben, RUFC02, wants to know, what are we doing for Halloween this year? We've got quite a lot of cool stuff planned. We've got a video coming up next week. It's going to be a sponsored video with a major supermarket chain. I'm not going to give any more details than that about it at the moment, but we're basically going to, if it all comes together, and it's like 98% there. So if this video doesn't happen, it just means the branded deal ran out at the last minute. We couldn't agree terms, but I think we're pretty much agreed. We're just waiting to sign contracts. So as long as I don't say the company's name, I think we're fine. But we're going to go to their pumpkin patch where they're growing their pumpkins. We're going to go and select a pumpkin, have a little bit of a look around, do some pumpkin carving. We want to actually decorate the house a bit this year, get some costumes. I don't know if I'm brave enough to go trick-or-treating because I've never done it, and I think I'd feel really uncomfortable doing it. But what we might do is stick a pumpkin outside the house and get some sweets and see if people want to come and knock on our door, and I'll wear a costume for that, maybe. I don't know. But like I've said before, we've never really done Halloween before. I never did it when I was a kid. So I'm interested to see what it's all about. I'm quite looking forward to it. I think it should be really cool. And last question, Mel Legg wants to know, what do the kids and Anna want for Christmas? I don't really know yet. Anna and the kids, if you're watching, please update your Amazon wish lists. They're so desperately out of date, and I need to know what to buy you all. Thank you. But we are going things there. I said it would be a fairly short one. I think I've gone on for longer than I expected to, but I am desperate to get these slippers on, even though I know they're going to be too small, and I need to get you edited, and I need to get in that bed so I can get back over there to play another 8 to 10 hours of Football Manager tomorrow. It's going to be so cool, and I'm going to be so exhausted, especially because I'm back down in London again on Monday for a completely different thing. Oh, I need some sleep. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this strange hotel video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching.